This is Monday with the Mayor. For WJTS TV, I'm Jurnee Davis. We're at the site of the future 10 Clark Cultural Center here in Jasper. I'm here with Mayor Terry Seitz. Now, this project has been going on for quite some time. Some people may think since this is the demo day that it's just now getting started, but this has been the culmination of several years of work.
That's correct. Really back in 2014, a couple things happened. Our Arts Commission, which does every 4 years does a strategic plan, had looked at the 2013 Downtown Riverfront Master Plan, and they thought, you know, we love our Performing Arts Center, but we've always lacked programmatic space and also space for education and gallery space. Wonder if we could come downtown. And at that particular point, I knew that the library had identified this site, because we encouraged them to, but as a possible home. We brought the two boards together, Arts Commission, Library Board, and walked through this building in December 2014 out of those two actions earlier that year, and literally then kind of fell in love with this idea. So I would say about 4 years ago is when it started.
Okay, and can you share some of the work that took place within those committees? Were there any big hang-ups or challenges that you guys had to overcome prior?
Well, because this project is so unusual, several things that took place have never been done before. We together had different boards. Each board had to make public decisions. We had to look at who owns what, who buys what. So the library today owns this site, but the city is responsible for incurring shared costs related to that and essentially buying our half at some time. So that's a constant back and forth. Who owns what, who does what, who's the lead on this, and give credit to our attorney, Renee Kabrick with the City of Jasper, Bill Shaneyfeld with the library. On top of that, this project has $3.4 million in state tax credits, and tax credits only go to private partners. So developers had to become involved and will become involved in the building of this, and that is unusual also. The state took a chance and said, we trust you all that you will find a developer to do this because we're granting tax credits to the project, but you can't get them as a city and you can't get them at the library because you collect taxes. So it's been that kind of back and forth again, and the words, nobody's ever done this before, keep echoing in my mind, but nobody has ever done it before, and you see this morning the public enthusiasm for it. It's just wonderful.
Okay, and then besides the library and the Arts Center, there's also going to be some common shared spaces. Looking at the design plans, can you share kind of what some ideas are that are culminating for their shared areas?
Well, there'll be shared meeting space and things like this, of which the public can be attracted to and used. Certainly the staffs can. We will have an atrium area that will be kind of for public space. A library, I think, and arts allows for critical and creative thinking. I call it for opportunities to be born and solutions to come about. And we want that. That space may be rentable as well. It's way too early in the game to know how that would work out, but it will be a place where, again, people can gather and congregate. We have had, leading up to this journey, also a program called Jasper Leads. It was commenced because of a gift we received from Jim and Pat Tim. And hence today the entire cultural center was called the 10 Clark Cultural Center, and that is now what it's going to be referred to. And they gave a $1.7 million challenge grant to this project, of which we have raised about $3.3 million to match it and then gone above. And we put some of that money into the Astra. We'll be putting much of that money into here. And we still have some fundraising we want to do for some remodeling at the current Arts Center out on the campus of Vincennes University, Jasper. So all this being said, it's a combination of the community which voted for the referendum. They had a vote to essentially change their taxation. The city's funding will come from an edit bond. We have no current borrowed money in the city, so we have funds of which we can borrow and create a loan, and we'll be doing that. That's already been voted upon. We just do not have it in place yet. And then the tax credits from the state as well as the private gifts. But all together, it's going to be about a $17 to $18 million project.
Okay, and then obviously we have a lot of things going underway. When is the finish date expected to be for this project?
Well, I have my thoughts of giving some time. 2 years is the tentative outlook. I'm very patient, and hopefully that we will have things ready to go in late 2020, early 2021 is my thought. I think that would be the goal. So I'm going to say 2 to 2.5 years.
Okay, and then if people are interested in volunteering or helping out with that fundraising, who would be the best person for them to contact?
You can contact me at Jasper Leads is an entity we put together. The library is our tax shelter for that. So if you make a contribution and you need tax write-off, you can certainly do that. We have things, some naming rights that are still available for some parts of this, but it's starting, it's real, and we do want to continue to raise money. Although we'll also say while Leads is the focus, we think we're sitting pretty good here, but we welcome that opportunity to do some updating of our 40-something-year-old Arts Center, and we'll be very honest, that's likely where Leads donations would be utilized, but there's also an endowment factor through the Du Bois County Community Foundation, so you can endow to this project as well.
Okay, and then is there anything else you would like to add? Any particular people you would like to thank?
Well, Jim and Pat Tin, the entire core team was mentioned today, our arts department, arts library boards, library directors, so it's just been phenomenal to have all these partners, our city council. Everyone's played a great role in it, and the people, frankly. It's, again, the financing comes from referendum, financing comes from donations and gifts, and ultimately this is going to be just a glorious project to watch, and to view it from across the street at River Center is pretty cool.
Yeah, definitely. So yet another project finally coming fully underway here in Jasper. For Monday with the Mayor, I'm Jurnee Davis here with Jasper Mayor Terry Seitz.